Good morning. Hello. Good afternoon. My name is Jennifer. Here we talk about everything. And what we're going to be talking about right now, the big ticket on the street. Big pharma. Listen. I've seen enough. I've heard enough. It went the way that it needed to go. I'm doing this on a whim, but I do want it to be investigated as to whether or not people can actually. I'm not actually worried about suing these people. I want them shut down. I want these pharmaceutical companies shut down. And I think I'm not the only one. You see, if they keep making the pills, people are going to continue to overdose. And it doesn't matter if it's prescribed or not, because when I was in the street, there were more people doing pills that weren't prescribed the pills than people who were prescribed the pills. So, like, it doesn't matter if they're prescribed, but that is how they get out in the street. And a lot of these doctors, they don't give a shit. Listen, I don't have to go over the way that things were fucking 15 years ago. And it's just gotten worse. And they've made worse pills. And now it's become a thing where, like, one for one, pretty much, you gotta wonder whether or not you can trust your doctor or your pharmacist to provide you with a medication that is legitimate and it's not gonna hurt you. The red pill. I have a UTI. Some medications are safe. But the medications that I'm talking about are the medications that we already know they're not safe. We've already been shown how much damage they cause. Goodness, what are you doing? Okay. So I don't understand why we're still pursuing these companies, why we're still prescribing these medications, why these medications are out in the street. If it was cocaine or heroin that they were producing, you'd shut them down already. But you haven't. If it was somebody out in the street that murdered people, even if it was just one person, they would have been in prison. You would have had no problem with it. This family has literally taken over society with the stuff that they're manufacturing. They have killed your kids. They have killed some of my friends and family. And while a big part of my life was a part of that mess, being told that I need that medication to survive on. I have to have that medication or I'm not going to be able to walk. This one's for you, Big Pharma. Well, hold on a minute now. You might like this. Hold on. Hold on. You might like, look at that. Who's that? Who's that? That's my babies. That's my babies. Listen. Hold on. Make sure that you catch this real quick. We're gonna have to go up the daisies. Listen, oh boy. Oh, 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 oh. It don't feel real good, but I'm still walking. I'm just saying. I got my scooty up. There we go. We'll do it. We'll figure it out. I don't know. Anyway, listen. So let me cut you. That might work. Hold on a minute. Listen. There we go. Do that. Okay, now scoot this up. There we go. Get back to normal. Get you some tree. Get you some tree. Get you some tree. Get you some fucking tree. Cause that ain't nothing but a peaceful thing. Alright, anyway, listen, back to the pharma. Alright, so I'm not the only one going, but this had to happen. Please don't be upset about this. I don't know how. I don't know how you're gonna do it. I guess it's okay. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll get it. I don't know. We're trying new things every day. Anyway, I don't know how you're able to see me. I don't know. Just listen, it's a message. Anyway. All of us together need all of us together need to shut that part of the industry down. I promise you that you can make it without the payments. It doesn't matter how much pain you're in. Listen, I'm in pain every day. But thanks to people out there who thought out of the box before me, they introduced a thing called physical therapy, exercise, and other forms of meditation and stone therapy and heat therapy and aromatherapy and massage therapy, and none of that has anything to do with drug therapy. And I'm asking you, as part of shutting these people down, you know, every opioid company filed bankruptcy back, I think, in 2020, 2019, 2020, 2018, 19, 20. They all filed bankruptcy, right? And it's funny how they all filed bankruptcy. Now listen, here's the doctors that prescribed these medications. A lot of them went to jail. A lot of them lost their licenses. Still to this day, there's a lot of doctors out here that are losing their licenses for agreeing to be a part of this. But the pharmaceutical company is trying to get out of any kind of obligation to it. And they are the resource of the problem. And they're like, but wait a minute, we were just trying to make money. We need to be able to dress and drive fancy cars, and we can't lose our status. You got your status with bloody hands. You're getting your status. You're continuing to grow your status on bloody hands. People are dying taking the medications that you're selling to buy your purses. Why aren't you guys in jail? Because to me, that's premeditated murder. With every pill that they have made, knowingly going to hurt somebody, that's premeditated murder. I don't care how you look at it. I gotta stop watching. I gotta watch my mouth on that. But that's premeditated M. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do that. I mean, you can. You've been doing it. But now that everybody knows, and that is why the government shut this down. Listen, not every decision. Listen, the government is run on humans, okay? There are good people in the government. There are bad people in the government. We're trying to get everything straightened out, and it takes time. But this is one of those steps that even though the people that were supposed to receive money off of that, including the states and pharmacies, which I don't think the pharmacies should be getting payment for this. I mean, the doctors that went to jail, they don't get that time back. So you pharmacies that were filling this shit, you didn't have a problem filling the medications, but now that everybody's getting in trouble, you would rather be on the paying end than part of those responsible, even though the pharmacist is the person that the doctors are supposed to be able to rely on for the safety of the medication. To know for a fact that the medications will not hurt you, to know everything you need to know as a precautionary measure. If you take this medication, this is what will happen to you. Not one time did overdose come in. Not one time did addiction come in. Not one time. Now, you've taken weed away from us. You're finally giving us weed back. But nobody's ever been hurt off weed. And for 30 years, you have been passing around narcotic medications. They're legal drugs. It's legal cocaine and heroin. That's it. And it doesn't matter which one you go to. Okay, like, I'm gonna guess a lot of you don't know Jack, and I don't want to put too much information out there because I don't want kids trying it, okay? But I'm gonna tell you for a fact, outside, I've never tried heroin, but from my understanding, I'm gonna guess that Opanas are as close to heroin as you're gonna get to. That's a street drug killing people. And they thought that they could put it in a pill where people wouldn't shoot it up, because that's why they made Opanas the way they did, was because people were shooting up the Roxys. Listen, let me tell you something. I talk a lot about Crossville, okay? I really do. I talk a lot about Crossville. But when they earn a brag, I'm gonna give it to them. And you don't tell Crossville they can't do something. They're gonna figure out a way to get it done. And if it takes months, 10 of them, 1 of them, 3 of them, 100 of them, they're gonna figure out a way to get it done. Don't matter if it's gonna be redneck rigged, digger rigged, or holy shit rigged. They'll get it done. I gotta give them that. They've been attacking me for 20 fucking years behind everybody's back, making it look like they were sweet as pie and my friends and family. So I'm telling you, they figured it out. Unfortunately, not everybody is moving past it. I've lost a lot of friends because of it. In just a matter of months after leaving Detroit and getting sober, I went back to Tennessee. And when I went back to Tennessee, people were dying left and right from shooting up Opanas. Oxycontin, oxycodone. There were 11-year-olds, 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds, in this little blue house that these grown-ass adults were teaching how to shoot pills up and bend over and take it like a grown woman. That's what your drugs have done, Sackler family. I think you should be put in your own little prison amongst each other, because from my understanding, you guys don't get along too well. So the best punishment for you is to put you in a house where you have to stay together for the rest of your lives. Count on each other. I mean, we can't count on you, 1444. But if you guys are all stuck together, we don't ever have to worry about you. I'm just saying. Like, the amount of medications that you make available to us, Sackler family, that help us. We're thankful and we're grateful. But when it comes to the amount of people that have died because you refuse to stop making these medicines that are killing people, there's no even point there. 1518. In order for this to be over, these medications have to cease to exist. You've ended the production of medications in the past that were causing similar situations. So why is it such a problem for you to do it now? I'm asking my elite out here that pay attention to please take this to the White House. Please talk to the governors. Please talk to your local authorities. Please talk to these pharmacists. Please talk to these doctors. Please talk to these hospitals. Quit prescribing this stuff. You know what it does. And maybe we can't get it stopped at the manufacturing companies, but as people running these businesses that it has to go through to get to the patient, you still have a piece of control. And so I'm asking you to use it. Quit prescribing this stuff. Quit delivering it. Quit ordering it. Refuse to sell it. Stand up to Big Pharma before it takes over and there is no more world to stand up for. That includes me too. Because if you don't help me clean up this world, I don't have a world to live in without you. You understand? Like, we have to work together. We have to. I mean, we don't have to, but if you want to be on the other side where it's heaven and golden gates and you don't have to wait until you die, we're going to have to straighten shit out now. Fuck wait until we're dead. I want to live happy right now. And in order to do that, people have to stop dying. They have to stop hating. They have to stop fucking having something to cry about. That's where we come in. 1726. It's our time to do things the right way. And also, I want to congratulate, thank, and honor 1737. This moment right here, as we are... Ooh, my nose is itching. There's money coming in. Whew! Listen. Listen. I'm going to end this on a high note. 1757. Lord Jesus is in the house. And it doesn't matter how you call it. Doesn't matter what color Jesus is. I don't give a fuck. Listen. Y'all, everything's up in space. Everything we've been told. Everything we grew up having to be in school for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week for. All that shit was a fucking lie. All that shit was a fucking lie. They're finding books from the 1500s, 1700s. They just completely throw everything away that we learned in American history. Everything away that we learned in history class in the United States of America was shit. By the way, I had to put that out there. I'm just putting that out there. So, let's be honest. Like, there's people that deserve credit for things that they did to help us that aren't getting the credit. There's people out there there's places out there that should be honored and they're not being honored because people don't know about them. There's ways that we can get out of the oppression that we're in right now if people would share their messages, share their knowledge. Our schools, listen, so far we have Texas and Oklahoma. Let's keep going, let's keep moving. But make sure that we do this in a direction that is enlightening. We're not trying to push God on anybody. But the availability of God being everywhere you go is glorifying. And so for, not Texas, Louisiana. For Louisiana putting the 10 Commandments back in, that means Texas is on the way. That means Texas is on the way. Come on, Texas. Come on. Listen, listen, Texas. We need you to get on board. We need you to get on board. You're the biggest fucking state in the country. You get on board. You can help us get all these other places on board. We need you to get on board, okay? Please. Please, please. You know who you are. You know this needs to get done. And you know you have the power to be able to help me get this done. So, help me get this done. New York, California, Florida, Chicago, Detroit. Hello? Let's get this done. Small town USA. Let's get this done. Okay? Because all of this shit that we've been dealing with lately can be completely eliminated. All you gotta do is call on God and stop the drama. That's it. You hear all them fireworks? That's God right there. Hold on, I'll show you. Woo! Are we gonna see it? We got smoke. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to see it. There was a bunch of fireworks. Listen, God is so good to us. And all he's asking is for us to love each other and be happy with what we've got. He keeps giving us stuff to fucking produce. And we keep trying to fucking gatekeep it. What the fuck? Come on. Let's enjoy life, okay? Listen, more schools, please, 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 please. And when it comes to the fucking gun control, don't get mad at me for that shit. I don't want the government to have guns either. I don't want nobody to have guns. Nobody. Why? Because everybody misuses them. Now, when we get rid of the drugs and we get rid, like, I want them all locked up. And when everybody gets sober and they're emotionally stable, then we can take the guns on hunting seasons. And we can learn how to shoot them correctly. And we can do fun things with them because, listen, 2153, for those of you who have never shot a gun before, there is a rush to it. Oh my God, it's awesome. That, listen, there's something about a gun, and it's beautiful. But in the wrong hands, it causes a lot of strife that's unnecessary. Yes, I believe in hunting. Why do I believe in hunting? You gotta eat. And it controls the population of the animals. Because animals produce a lot faster than we do. And too many of them could cause issues. Oh! As long as we do it in a way that's not going to expire their existence. And don't hunt and throw the meat away. That's like fishing and don't do that. You either catch and release or you eat it. If it ain't big enough to eat, then you need to release it. I truly believe in that. God didn't give us the ability and the knowledge to learn how to eat that stuff just to tell us we're not supposed to eat it. And tell us we're not supposed to go hunt it. And if you don't feel caught, listen, you're gonna get it's probably easier to hunt the four-legged than it is to fish. But I've never really tried to compare it, and I've never really had the opportunity to go hunting with anybody. The people around me got to go hunting, and I got to hear the stories. I've got to shoot guns, all different kinds of guns, but I've never had, like, there's only one time I went hunting, and I can't tell you about that time. But I do have the scar right here. Yeah. Let me give you a little advice. Don't put the scope to your eye and you won't cut it. Okay? Just don't do that. Anyway, I hope this message has helped because a lot of people are going to get upset. And I don't want you to get upset. I want you to know that the decision was made in the best interest of everybody because the Sackler family was about to get away with premeditated, solicited, paid for, and targeted. Socially discretional, too. Sackler family, you got charges on you. All of those charges can be put up against you because there is plenty of evidence to charge you. And all we're asking you to do is just to stop making this shit and take it off the production lines. So, what do you say? You take that stuff. I mean, like, listen, I know as a recovering addict, I can't get those years back. So no matter how much money you pay me, though it's more than what I've got now, and it would all be a blessing, it doesn't give me April back. It doesn't give me Jesse back. It doesn't give me Brian back. It doesn't give me the people that I love and lost back. It doesn't give me my years lost trusting you and the doctors that gave me the scripts. It doesn't fix any of it. Okay? Because my nieces are still without their mom. And I still have friends and family that are addicted that I can't go around because I'm in recovery. And I just ask that you stop making it and stop feeling so fucking proud of being able to go around doing that to people. Like, you go shopping on blood money and think it's funny. I think you should have to pay attention. I know you're heartless people, so trying to show you what you've done to people, I know you don't care. Like the last time that I got onto you guys took a picture of you displaying I think it was I don't know, some fancy cars. There was some fancy cars and you were in a house. You were showing fancy cars and Gucci bags. And I was just like, or CG or GC, I don't know what that is. Calvin Klein, I don't know. I'm a Walmart girl. Fucking no. I just sat there and I was just like, I literally almost got sick. Like, I literally almost got sick. I was like, wow, you just get scalded for not caring about making money off of other people's. And in return, you show me, yep. And every one of you had purses. And you were all dressed real nice with these snarly looks on your face. And I was just like, you think that you're going to get away with this. And you're not. Because there's some people that you hurt that give a fuck. That's the difference. I don't want to end this on a bad note. And I don't wish you harm. I know that you're sick in the head and that you need a lot of assistance. Some that I can't give you. But what I can do is rally the crews together to prevent you from hurting anybody else but you. And that's the goal. You don't get to hurt us anymore. So if you don't want to take it down, we'll just stop buying your product, consuming your product, and ensuring that every last soul on this earth figures out a way to deal with their pain and their anxiety without taking a single thing that you make. Have yourselves a great life. You've earned it, right?